We're with Jaren Carr. Jaren, you are officially a Freo Docker. How's it feel?
It's unreal. Super grateful and super keen to get started.
You are following in your dad's footsteps. A father-son selection for the club has an extra special meaning to it.
Yeah, of course. Well, just sort of playing for the club I grew up going for, and that my dad and uncle, of course, played for. It's a privilege in itself, and yeah, I couldn't be more excited.
You're watching on the moment that your name got called out. Take us through that moment?
Well, I was just with my dad and my mum and sort of my family and my sister's boyfriend as well, Ron, who I play at South Freo with. And my little brother was it was good. It was special. Saw the name sort of come on TV, and I just took it all in.
So only a few watching the draft, but the house behind us has filled out quite a bit since then. Tell us who's here.
Yeah, so my schoolmates and then extended group a little bit from there, and my uncle and auntie. But as soon as my name got called out, I sort of got a few phone calls and they were on their way in no short time.
We've just got some vision before, but the mates mobbed you down to the floor. Your ribs okay?
Yeah, my ribs are okay. That's the bare minimum with this group, I think. They're a good group of mates, and I couldn't be happy to have them around here.
As a lifelong Freo fan, some of the memories across the journey. I know you've been able to get to plenty of games at Optus Stadium as well in recent times. But as a Freo fan and now pulling on that jumper and being part of the club, it must be special for you.
Yeah, it is. It's like I said, it's a huge privilege and an honour, and I couldn't be more glad and couldn't be more happier to get involved with the group and get started.
I think you were about 4 years old when your dad retired. Do you have many early memories at all, or is it all through highlights and pictures since?
A lot of pictures and a lot of highlights, but there's a few memories of sitting down in the underground creche area watching on TV with a few of the other children, sons and daughters of players. But have a few good memories. Yeah.
In terms of your waffle this year, 9 league games and reserves as well as reserves finals. Talk us through your season.
Well, it started in the twos and then sort of was able to play some good footy and work my way up into the ones and played a bit of consistent footy there as well. And it was a good year for the club. We were unfortunate to miss out on finals. It was a year I was definitely happy with, and I think a lot of growth from last year as well. So yeah, I was happy.
You've gained 40 plus new teammates at Freo. Any in particular you're looking forward to training or playing alongside?
Of course. Well, obviously guys like Andy Brayshaw and Caleb Strong seem to push the standards down there. And I've been doing a bit of work with Nathan O'Driscoll as well, so being able to continue to push with him is definitely something that I'm excited for.
Over the off-season, the boys had some informal sessions out in the training track. You came along for some of them as well. What was that like for you?
It was good. It was a test. The boys trained really hard, and it was sort of good just to get a bit of experience under my belt and see sort of what the standard is like at the elite level.
The association with the club's been a long time, but you've also been a CETA student, a diploma student. Tell us a bit about that. CETA has a partnership with the Fremantle Footy Club, but you were able to spend a lot of time in and around the club as well.
Yeah, of course. In 2022, I did the diploma of sport and business with CETA and the Freo Dockers, and that was great because I got to spend a lot of time around the club and learn about different roles that people play, and I've made some lifelong friends from that class as well. So that was a great experience.
For the fans who might not be familiar with your game, what sort of elements do you see as your strengths and what you're hoping to bring to the Freo Footy Club?
Well, this year I played a high half forward role, and I like to think that my running is probably my best asset, which my marking complements as well, and sort of try to create opportunities inside forward 50.
Your uncle Josh is also a player and was a former assistant coach at the club. Anything he has said, or your dad as well, have said to you, in recent weeks as the draft's been looming?
Just sort of, that the draft is good, but it's only the first step, and that the work starts now. So it's a fresh start, and it's only the beginning.
And you're coming in as an overager, but you are still so young. It's such a young core at Freo. Does that excite you to kind of be joining that?
Yeah, 100%. There are lots of good young talent at Freo, and I think it's exciting times for this upcoming year and the years to come.